we have to go into the back of the truck to get some rubber gloves. You're about to see this mess. Ah! I put the gloves on because there are spiders and I don't want to get bit.
Yeah.
So, first up, this is our grill.
We should have used it at least one more time before this weather came.
Well, we can use it in the wintertime. We can do some s'mores.
She say they know.
So usually down here, oh, it is here. There's a bungee cord to lock this box on, so that when you're driving, it doesn't just like bounce off like that. So let's hope that there's not a huge spider under here. There it is. Nothing. We're good. And then so first we need to make sure that they're off, and it says that on the top of it you can see it has arrows to tell you which way to close, which way to open. Alright, and then this right here, so you loosen this, and this is to the tip. You do this slowly because it is propane. You hear that? Alright.
Okay.
And then you just lift it up and off. Not in one hand. I guess that one's empty.
It's not that empty. It's heavy.
Don't pick it up.
Okay.
Alright. Then we'll make room on the back of the truck and get them back there.
That's a black widow.
So I got these gloves on. I just sprayed and killed it.
Where is it?
Right there. Right there. That thing had, you see the spider web?
I see the web.
Oh, there's one over there.
Yeah.
There's two. It's still alive.
Where?
Right there.
Oh.
You see
Yeah,
it?
yeah. Don't get too close.
I'm going to spray it.
It's like a tiny black widow.
That ain't tiny.
Oh, that ain't tiny at all. Yeah. Okay, babe, I think it's gonna die.
Hopefully.
It will.
This is why we put the gloves on, people. So as we go get propane, we're going to ask a question from one of our dear followers. What do you miss about living in an apartment or a house? For me, it's the bathroom. Our bathroom is tiny and we don't have a bathtub, and sometimes you just want to sit in the bathtub and relax. The funny thing is, I never sat in the bathtub and relaxed while we were in an apartment with a garden tub, but now I want to do it. It's funny how that works. Yeah, that's the main thing. And then sometimes the RV, you know, it moves, like when you walk and everything. So it's not unsteady. It's just always wavering back and forth.
Yeah. Yeah. I think mine is also the bathtub. When we had one, we had that huge garden tub. I never soaked in it, nothing like that. But now that's all I want to do. I think about it all the time. I just want to get in the bathtub and relax.
And having 2 bathrooms would be nice.
Yeah.
Going down to 1, it's a big difference. I don't think I've had a situation where there was only 1 bathtub in my living quarters.
One bathtub or bathroom?
1 bathroom, sorry. I haven't been in a situation where there was just 1 bathroom in my living quarters probably 15 years. Probably longer than that, actually. Because before I went into the military, we had 2 bathrooms. The military always has multiple bathrooms. So this is quite the adjustment. If we both have to go at the same time, somebody has to wait.
We did see this really cool RV that had it had a bathroom, like a full bathroom in the back for guests. So it had a shower, it even had like a mini tub, and so it was a full bathroom. And then we had one for that would be like in the master. I was like, that's pretty cool. You don't see that too often, an RV that has two full baths. So that's pretty cool. What else do you miss?
Going into winter, having a stable temperature. That's what it is. Having a stable temperature, because in the RV, like right now, we're gonna go fill the propane up. We had propane to turn on the heat, but we weren't sure how much was in there, and we're just gonna top it off for at least the next couple of months, hopefully. But we were using our fireplace, and then we also have a tower heater, which is in the bedroom, which is really amazing.
It heats the whole house.
Yes.
So that's why we're going to fill up the propane, because now it's getting colder, and we need to run the big heater instead of relying on the fireplace and the tower heater. So yeah, we've been avoiding it, because with the propane, when you're using it constantly for the heat to run your heater, you're going to go through it really fast, and that can get quite expensive. Yeah.
It's a good question. It's not too much that we miss. We really enjoy this life and the RV that we chose. And I think that makes a difference. We really took our time to find this RV, and we really considered a lot of different things like you saw in the show. And we didn't really have to give too much on what we wanted.
Yeah. We even have amenities that we've never had. Heated recliners.
Yeah.
I love those things. I'll tell you what I don't miss. I do not miss loud neighbors. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. The only one thing about living in the RV, though, they're not soundproof. I wish they were a little bit more. I think that's pretty much it.
All right, good question. If y'all got more questions, send them in.
Or you can leave them in the comments on the YouTube channel. So thanks again for subscribing to the channel.
Okay.
This is the first time we pulled them off for the winter. So
It felt full, but we didn't know how much space was in it.
good.
That's good. Yeah.
That saves us money.
Yeah, because it'll be empty in about a month. So we got that filled up. We are ready to go. How many pounds of propane?
5.
Not bad.
Did they do it in
Really?
gallons or pounds?
Or gallons, yeah.
Was it gallons?
It was gallons.
We only needed 5 gallons, which is great. Saved us a lot of money. One of them was full, like we thought.
So, with propane tanks, you got different size tanks. I think ours are 30-gallon tanks, so we can hold 60 gallons of propane.
Which really does last a long time.
It lasts a very long time.
We only, from the last time we filled it up, which was maybe March.
Yeah, a long time ago.
Until now, with our regular cooking, we only use 5 gallons.
Yeah.
So out of 60.
Yeah.
So.
And you'll feel it too when you go to pick up the tank. It'll be super heavy. Like one of them was heavy, so we were like, this is probably full, but let's take it anyway. And then the other one was really light, but you could tell it wasn't empty. It still had some propane in there. But when we get back to the house, we'll show you guys how we put it back on and how you can tell if you're running low or not before taking them off. There's a regulator. You see those Atlanta roads? That came out of nowhere. You have a pressure regulator, and it kind of tells you if you're full or empty or whatnot, but we'll show you guys that in a little bit when we get back to the house. That was $22 to fill up. So 22 for 5 gallons, could you imagine?
Yeah, and I think that's right on par with other places we filled it up.
Yeah. And so right now we filled up at a U-Haul. There's all sorts of places you can get propane. We filled up at Ace Hardware. We have filled up at other U-Haul places. I think Tractor Supply, if I remember correctly. And then, standalone propane shops or whatever. So there's always propane nearby. It never seems to be an issue. There's just not diesel nearby every time.
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? You can always find propane. You can't always find diesel.
Yeah. These things are heavy.
I wonder if I should put this on a tripod and help you.
Well, no, because then it's going to take too long. You ready?
Yeah.
One more.
You got it, baby?
Yeah, we got to move the spiders.
Alright.
In here.
You want to explain what you're doing now?
So, now we have to put them back up. Where we want it.
Yeah, it's in there. So.
Can we push them closer though?
No, they're
Together?
fine.
Is that thing gonna go over them?
Yeah. As long as they're in this bottom tray, which they are, you're fine. Okay.
Just double check. They are closed. They haven't loosened up along the ride.
Yeah.
And
So
then
take this off.
what we're gonna do is open them one at a time. You have to open it slowly. Make sure this is tight. Alright. And then one at a time slowly. Should be good. That one's open all the way.
You want to open this one too?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same thing, just slow. Okay.
We open them slow for what reason? I can't remember.
If the propane comes out too fast, it might freeze the line.
That's right.
So, we'll do that.
And then this right here is set in the middle. You can set it to the left, which means you're only going to pull propane from the left tank, or you can bring it to the right. We're going to put it in the middle so that way it'll pull from one tank, and when that tank runs out, it'll pull from the other without us having to come back out.
And then where's the
And then this right here is our regulator. It tells us if we're full or empty. Red means empty, and we learned the hard way that ours reads opposite. So because it's all red, it means we're full. It's messed up. Yeah. So we put this case back on. This just protects everything from the elements.
And then we have to lock it down.
On the bottom. Go ahead.
Should have put this up there before.
I can reach it from here, I think. Let me do it. Alright. Okay. Now, that's what it looks like inside. And that's how you refill the propane. So now that we have propane, we don't have to use the fireplace as much. Isn't that right, Cam? Isn't that right, Papa? You ready to use the heater and not the fireplace? Not sure if you guys can see that. That's our thermostat. We just turned the heater on. You can see where it says furnace. If we had it on air conditioner, it'll show a snowflake. But anyways, we have it set to 80 degrees. We're gonna go ahead and turn it on, even though we don't need it on right now. It's getting pretty warm outside. But we're gonna burn off the dust that has settled since the last time we turned this thing on. That way, if the fire alarm or anything is gonna go off, it goes off now instead of tonight when we're trying to sleep. All right, so this is one of our floor vents that the heat comes through. So right now, I've got the heat blowing so we can burn off all the dust or whatever, and the heat is blowing through here. And so it's real important to make sure that you're clear. You don't have anything in there that can catch fire. This is our tower fan that we use, but it's a pretty good distance away, so that's fine. And then we have one more or two more of these in the house, and so I'm just gonna check those. So here's another one, and this one's blowing out a lot of heat, and it's right next to this outlet. And so I had something plugged here, and I took it out because that cord was running around in front of this, and so I just removed it so that way the heat's not blowing directly on it. But yeah, so everything's clear, and that's just one thing you got to keep in mind, because sometimes you'll put stuff in front of here, or maybe you don't clean this very often and you got stuff that's settled in there, and it can actually burn, and you don't want to catch fire. This thing is super hot. This is blowing hotter than the one in the living room.